Alright, we're going to try this video again. Had a couple of technical difficulties, so this is the third try tonight. Hadn't had this before, but anyway, we're going to try it again. I'm just going to start over. I know I'm saying something that, anyway, I'm more or less just rambling to myself. Hello, pipe friends. Hope everybody's doing well. Don't pay any attention to me. I'm getting to be an old man, and I'm rambling, and so anyway. Tonight, I'm smoking a little Savinelli Orient rusticated. The little softy doesn't match the amber stem, but it keeps. I'm a clincher, so it keeps. This is a little Sitter too, a little brandy shape, and in it, let me light it back up first here. In it tonight, I'm smoking some MA's IQ. And Guy Witherspoon, I told you some. You said you were going to make an order from MA's, and I told you to try Cajun Queen and I think Royal Supreme. And how I forgot to tell you, be sure you try IQ. Sent some to Alfred, aka Henry Sims. He likes 1Q from Lane Limited. And I think a lot of MA's base tobaccos are from Lane Limited. Lane Limited makes a lot of pipe tobaccos for, I mean, you know, a lot of your brick and mortars will use Lane Limited, and they take it and do, you know, add to it. Like, for instance, MA's Ralph's Mix. You know, they and this too, this IQ, because Alfred said, you know, it's close, but it's not exact. So apparently they're taking Lane Limited's probably base IQ, and then they're adding a little something to it, 1Q, and then they're calling it IQ. So anyway, be sure and try some of that. But good smoking little pipe. My mom actually, in a roundabout way, bought it. I was having some surgery in Baltimore, and this came from Old Virginia Pipe and Tobacco Company, and they've got about 8 locations, and we were kind of lost. I think we were in Richmond. We went to D.C., and I picked this up, and she had, she said, look, you know, she knew I was going to look for some pipes while I was gone. She said, well, look, I want you to buy, you know, get one, and I'll take care of it, and so I readily accepted, you know, and I have totally enjoyed my first Savinelli. And I was hooked on Savinelli from this. I've got a total of 3, but they are really good, and I'd like to have some more. My next one, I've got a birthday coming in April. I'm really wanting a Boswell's freehand or a poker. Now, Boswell's makes a poker freehand, but you know, I don't know for sure. So my mother there again told me that, she said, yeah, I'll buy you a bottle for your birthday. And my wife, since I've kind of told them I wanted pipes, naturally they said, well, you know, you've got to pick them out. They really are, they don't want to pick up, you know, they want me to pick the pipe. And I said, well, that's fine. You know, it's not going to be a surprise, but that's okay. I told my wife, I said, I really want to round out my Cobb collection from somewhere, and I probably, you know, I've got, and she said, well, you know, I'll if you buy it, you know, I'll just kind of give you a gift card or quote gift card from Pipes and Cigars or somewhere, because I really need a lot of tobaccos. May order from Aristocob, but I do need some. There's several tobaccos, like there's 2 or 3 GL pieces, like the Triple Play and the Jackknife Plug I want to get, and I need to re-up on some Mississippi River, but I'm going to get a freehand Missouri Meerschaum Corn Cob, and I think maybe a General, and there's a Patriot. I've got about 4 little Missouri Meerschaums now. They're just the basic, but I'd like to kind of finish out my collection with certainly with the freehand. But so I'm gonna either look at Scott at Aristocob, good fellow. Check out his site. He's got some, you know, some really nice Missouri Meerschaums there. But I didn't pack this extremely well. This is a good tobacco, and it usually does not. require any effort. Of course, if you're doing a lot of talking and you didn't pack it right, then you can have a problem with it. But I wanted to ask y'all, what do you do with your scrap tobaccos? And for a long time, I was just throwing them away. But I got to noticing over the course of a day or two, especially after I started using this box, over a course of a day or two, you throw away a bowl or two over a course of 2 or 3 days. And this little box came from Hobby Lobby. It's just a little natural wood box, and I use it when I'm loading my pipe. If I'm sitting on the couch or whatever in my chair, I hold the pipe over this and I load it. Well, it gets scraps in it, and I got to noticing, I'd dump it out every day or so, and it'd have quite a bit in it. I said, "What the heck? I'm not going to just throw that away." So I just got a little jar and started dumping it in there. Call it Mystery Mix, and it's kind of neat, kind of like Forrest Gump said, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Same way with the Mystery Mix. You never really know what you're going to get. I've loaded a bowl up and I've tasted, Virginias or Burleys. I've tasted, 1 minute you're tasting a Burley, then the next minute, you're tasting a little bit of Six Kings cherry, or a little hint of coconut from the Ralph's Mix, or all of a sudden you're back to maybe some Orlick Golden Sliced, or maybe a hint of, Perique or something. And I've got some bowls that I had to just say, look, I can't handle this, and dumped it out. But overall, usually you get a pretty decent little smoke with it. So I was just curious, what do y'all do with your scraps? You throw them away or try to save them? But it's, it makes for a little interesting smoke once in a while. You might try it. But anyhow, I'm going to wrap her up, and until next time, God bless.